So Kyrie is still under fire for posting what was deemed to be an anti-Semitic movie on his page, but people are finally starting to come out in support of Kyrie, looking at what the NBA is trying to have him do to get his job back. But first, let's hear from the man himself. Let's get into it.
I'm not putting my kids through this system that's designed to distract and demean and destroy character based on race, culture, class. I'm a native and I'm a black man or African man. I had to identify that because that's what was given to me in this Euro-centralized society. I had to identify as a race. I had to identify as a culture. I have to identify what my religion is. But the reason why I'm speaking like this is because to my generation and to the older generation, we can't have this. That's enough talking. We can't have this. And I'm called crazy trying to grow up in this Eurocentric society or this society that holds white supremacy over the top of everything, which was created by them. I never created it. How can I be sane in a society that calls me crazy for trying to live a moral, just life, a principle-led life? I didn't grow up seeing color. I didn't grow up seeing, religion and culture, bro. It was taught to me. I grew up in school with this stuff. I had experiences. We have to reclaim a few things. We have to eat well. That doesn't mean just going vegan. We have to eat well. You have to eat well. You have to treat your body right. You have to treat your mind right. You have to know what you're putting in here. You have to let go of things. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. I had to let go of seeing my ancestors buried in places that have been covered up by lakes.
And if you're unsure what he's talking about there, Amber Ruffin did a really good segment on this, explaining in detail what happened to the cities and why they were flooded. And these were all predominantly black cities in the beginning. Blacks got pushed out for various reasons. The people who around them flooded the city with the building standing tall, didn't care, erased history, kept it moving. Again, I'll put the link in the description below. Let's keep it going.
I had to go see museums with nooses around my ancestors' necks. I had to go see lawmakers that are still living today that put a lot of my family members in bondage or in prison or oppressed them in some type of way. I had to go see that, and I had to let go of that energy, that hateful energy that I had in order to move on in this world, to talk openly. Because if I didn't let it go, I would have been walking around as what? The angry black man.
So he had the right mentality of living for today, forgiving the people for the past, realizing the opportunities you have ahead of you, and kept it moving. So let's just keep it going. So here we have Jay Williams, a sports analyst, who is finally coming out, expressing his opinion on what's going on, and his take is very interesting.
Every day of my life, I approach it with a state of empathy, right? Regardless of what color, what creed, what race you are, I look at people as human beings.
Right.
I think that's important. But life is always about taking a stand and holding principles. So I want to explain what I feel like my stance is as a black male in this world, okay? And conversations that I've had with my brothers and sisters in the black community.
Right.
And I want you guys to empathize with it and hear me on it. So when I hear what Kyrie Irving has to go through in order to be reinstated, I'm appalled. I'm appalled.
So if you guys want to know about what's on this list exactly, I got it here for you. They want my man to apologize, condemn the movie, pay $500,000 for donations and anti-hate causes, sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL and Jewish leaders, and meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. And the issue with this is this: we've never seen this done before for any other athlete or any other person revolving around a race issue or a religion issue. It's never been a list of, these are your to-do lists before you can get your job back. It's either they're fired or they apologize and they, come up with a PR move and get, come back into it. But for them to demand him to pay $500,000, bro, that is crazy. Here we have Nick Cannon expressing his opinion on the facts and what's going on with the situation. Now remember, Nick Cannon himself has gone through being canceled, so he knows firsthand how this impacts you financially. Let's hear what he got to say.
Heartedly say, I know Kyrie Irving is not anti-Semitic.
When given the chance to say, are you anti-Semitic or not, he didn't say, no, I'm not anti-Semitic. At the press conference, tell us about that movie, why he did it. He said, stop dehumanizing me. And the movie is saying white Jews invented the Holocaust and 6 million Jews didn't get killed. Okay, I know that isn't right, because there's a gigantic historical record. Jewish people know when you dehumanize us this way, we know what's around the corner.
So in that same statement as those are the tropes that dehumanize Jewish people, the same buck breaking.
What's that? I don't really know what that means, to be perfectly honest.
The slave masters would bring the buck, the one that gets out of line. So all the other slaves would see. Lash after lash showed them the power to set an example. This is what you must do to fall in line. So when we see the 6 things that Kyrie must do to get his job back,
Right.
that's dehumanizing.
So there you have it, you guys. You have people finally starting to come out and stand with Kyrie. They're saying, you know what, maybe he should have apologized for posting it without actually knowing what's going on with the movie itself. But at the same time, this list is ridiculous. What are you guys' thoughts on the matter? Make sure you guys comment down below and let me know. Until next time, y'all be easy out there. Peace.
If I should die at a young age, I thank the Lord for giving me a break. If I should die at a young age, I thank the Lord for giving me a break. Cause I'll probably live forever, ever, probably live forever, ever, probably live forever, ever, I'll probably live